Buenos dias, señoras y señoritas.
Dude, we're not even on the camera.
Why not? We were just on the God. I hate everything and everybody. I think I also made up a Spanish word before.
I can't. What's happening?
I don't know. The camera was working like 30 seconds ago. Give me a moment.
What did I tell you about 20 minutes ago?
What?
What did I say?
Oh, Mercury is in retrograde.
Starting today.
See, look, we're here. Okay, let me put us on this screen first.
Here we are.
I don't know why. We should be on all the screens.
Oh, God. Whoa.
Yeah, now, I don't know. Can everyone see us? What? Just.
My back. Oh. I hate sneezing.
That was
For the record, I was so much better yesterday.
Wow. Okay, we are back. Nick Wax, thank you very much for resubscribing at 1 month. Carla Marie.
Why? Why would you pay for this?
Okay, just pour up the shots and let's move on from the start of the show. I was so excited. I think you're faking it. And I'm going to tell you. So, Carla Marie.
And I'm going to tell you why.
I'm going to tell you why. So, Carla Marie.
No, I didn't. I took my medicine at 4 a.m. opposed to last night, so it hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah, but even when you're not like, under medical supervision like the Queen, Carla Marie, and you probably know someone like this, she's a fake cougher. Like every time she coughs, I feel like she's trying to be a cartoon character. You're like I'm sick.
No.
That's how you cough.
Okay, but I'm not.
Then I think you're a faker. I think you like the attention. People are like, oh my God, is Carla Marie and her boogers okay?
If I needed attention, I would cough drastically, not.
No, it's like a damsel in distress cough.
Okay.
I got the black lung pop.
That's not true. I do have my allergy test results.
All right, we are going to go through that in a second. Daisy from Primeville, thank you very much for resubscribing with Prime. And remember, as Carla Marie is shaking up those shots, that it is September. So if you do not use Prime to subscribe to our channel, like if you actually pay with money, you're going to want to make sure that if you resubscribe, you do it during September. So I believe you're not supposed to cancel your subscription,
No,
right?
if you cancel, it doesn't count.
So if you cancel, it doesn't count, but you can always upgrade. So if you are normally subscribing on a month-to-month basis, you can now subscribe with 3 months and save 25% off every one of those months. What are you laughing at?
Fred said that Carla Marie is basically like all 7 dwarfs at once, and it's so true.
Yep.
Sneezy, happy, sleepy, grumpy. Remember, we couldn't name
I think
them
I'm Grumpy and Doc.
Because
together.
So smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm older. Isn't Doc the oldest one?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I'm
and
Grumpy.
Snow White. I'm also Snow White at the same time.
Just waiting to be saved?
No. Stop saying that. I don't need to be saved.
Damsel in distress over here.
You could leave.
So, back to September. If you subscribe with Prime, nothing changes. Your account is free. Or your subscription is free. If you pay, Carla Marie is dopey. If you pay, you're going to want to make sure that you check the specifics for September. And if you subscribe month to month, you get 20% off with a 1 month subscription. If you use 3 months, it's 25% off. And a 6 month subscription gets you 30% off the entire price.
So Martha said she has automatic renewal month to month, and it didn't give her the discount. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know how that works. It's weird because
maybe you have to upgrade if you do. That might have been it. Like if it's month to month, it doesn't count unless you the only way to get the discount was to upgrade, like Lisa
to 3
did.
months or 6 months. And then you could always cancel it after the 3 months. You don't have to allow it to resubscribe for 3 months if you don't want to. The thing that Twitch does though every year, because they've done this now for 6 years in a row, I believe, they change the parameters a little bit every year. They kind of fine tune it. So this is what they're doing this year, which is why it's hard to figure out exactly all the details because it's changing every time they do it. And they don't tell us until 3 days before. So, okay, moving on.
All right. So this is a peanut butter and jelly shot with no peanut butter in it. It is Chambord and Frangelico, which is like the grape jelly flavor and hazelnut.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. It's in honor of back to school week. So cheers, kids.
Yeah. Cheers to you, Carla Marie.
Cheers to New
everyone who
School
supported.
Supplies.
And cheers to Seattle Cocktail Club. I'm waiting. What are you doing? Oh, you don't put it down until you're done?
The Seattle Cocktail Club has a free event tonight. I'm trying to get there at Canvas. So if you're in Seattle and you want to go, it looks pretty cool.
It does look pretty awesome.
And don't forget next Wednesday, I am co-teaching a Cocktails 101 class. It's virtual and it's free with Seattle Cocktail Club.
You're going to be like Little Miss Seattle next week. You got the Seattle Seahawks on Monday. You got Seattle Cocktail Club on Wednesday. You have this show.
I have Seattle Seahawks today.
And when are you doing stuff with King 5?
That'll air Monday.
So Monday you're on one of Seattle's top news stations.
Yes.
You're going to be hosting for the Seattle Seahawks that evening. You're going to be hosting with Seattle's premier cocktail club on Wednesday and being part of Seattle's, I don't know, probably 37th best Twitch show.
I don't know about that.
I feel like there are a lot of Twitch streamers in the Seattle
Yeah, but
area.
they're not better.
Maybe not.
I got my script for the game Monday night.
Okay. Why'd you just...
It's so many things. Like, I have to say so many things into the microphone in front of 70 or 80,000 people who are going to be screaming and booing at Russell Wilson. Yeah. I'm not going to hear a damn thing I'm saying.
They could be booing you.
They could be
as
booing
well.
me.
How many people... How many...
It holds 80.
Really?
I believe.
Seats
84.
at Lumen.
I already looked it up. I'm pretty sure.
72.
I knew it was a weird number.
What?
Like, not an even, like 70.
That is an even number.
You know what I meant.
So yeah, Little Miss Seattle next week.
And today I'm going there to do a video sampling all the new food and drink options.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And when does that?
I don't know
Okay.
when it'll be out, but
Probably before Monday.
so there's a new at the northwest entrance area. There's like a new bar and restaurant, and then at all the other locations, there's all these food options. One of them is the Blitz bucket, and it's for 2 people, and it's like all these things, and you split giant bucket of food.
Ooh, I like that.
There's a spicy marg, a cherry basil vodka drink, I believe, a bulgogi beef hot dog.
A what beef? What
Like
kind
a
of animal is
Korean-
that?
Like a Korean beef hot dog.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
What else? Oh, and something fun if you come to a game and you sit in the lower level, there's a bratzuka that Blitz will be firing off bratwurst into the crowd.
It's a wiener gun, sausage gun.
So it's going to be a good time.
2 things. Tacoma Swifty said her husband just got club level tickets to the game on Monday.
Oh.
Does that mean you're going to be going with him?
That's where you are.
I'm in the club level?
You are in
What club am I in?
the Carla Marie Club.
Oh.
Section 10, I think is where we were last time. 101, does that make sense? Row Q?
Maybe. Britt from Chattanooga, thank you very much for the 10 gifted tier 1 subs.
Damn.
Appreciate that very much. Now, moving on
That
to
just
the
reminds me of-
list.
What is the song? Going down Chattanooga.
Oh, I don't
Country
know.
song is that?
I have
And
no
you do
idea.
this.
So, real quick, that's the list. We're going to go through that in a second. And I also need to, where'd it go? There it is. There it is. We
Is it
now
Johnny
just
Cash?
started today's first You Look Great giveaway.
Okay.
So all you have to do to enter is type in ! The word enter, hit send in the chat. If you are a subscriber, your chances of winning are 3 times higher than those who do not subscribe. So do with that information what you will. Got 30 people who just subscribed in the first 20 seconds, which is pretty awesome. And on top of that, Carla Marie, let's go through today's list. So podcast problems, we're going to address those. Am I the a-hole? I've got a situation for that. Carla Marie's allergy update and spinsters. I don't even really know what is a spinster someone who's like spins yarn?
And
What is a real spinster?
What do you
like
mean?
the
What
real-
is a fake spinster?
Like by trade.
We can go into it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We can look up the history.
figure that
That's
out
not
later.
what this is about, but we can do it.
So the first thing on the list, podcast problems. If you were looking for the morning show podcast this morning and realized it wasn't there, I'm not entirely sure what happened. Everything
we
that
did everything right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything that we did or do on a nightly basis or very early morning basis, depending on the day, we did. And then I got about a dozen messages when I woke up this morning saying that the podcast wasn't available. I went into Acast, which is our platform, and I don't know if they had technical issues overnight because as I was trying to log in, it took a really long time, and then there was an error message. So I don't know what happened, but long story short, it is up now.
They had a message saying they were having technical difficulties.
Yeah, there was like because I kept hitting refresh. I didn't read the message fully, but there was a message in bold red lettering on the website for a little bit, and then it worked, and then I was able to get in.
So I bet anything that was scheduled during that time when they were down never went out.
Maybe.
Even after they were back up, it probably didn't like retroactively post.
Maybe. And I mentioned how Britt from Chattanooga had just gifted 10 tier 1 subs. It is Britt's birthday.
What? And we got a gift?
And we got a gift, like a goodie bag.
She said she's going to see the Backstreet Boys in Nashville. I wonder if Ricky's going. Let's find out.
Again, thank you for those 10 gifted tier 1 subs. Carla Marie, I think you got to move over towards me a little bit. You're also maybe sit like a human.
My body hurts.
Maybe sit in a chair like a person.
No one can see.
Yeah, but but now you're tilted that way.
Does everyone like my shirt? It was $5 at Target.
Does everyone like your plain ass maroon shirt?
It's going to go great with all my fall clothes.
Okay, and now you're on top of me. If you just sat normally.
I am sitting normally.
No, because now you're too close to me. Now you got to move to your right a little bit.
I just want everyone to know that this is what I deal with all day long.
Come on, move it over.
With everything.
Thank you.
I'm like like you're Goldilocks.
I am Goldilocks.
I got this is too much. This is too little. Nothing's enough.
I mean, you're not wrong. I can't argue any of that. I want to make sure we're not missing anything in the chat. I do need my own space. I am very much a personal space person. Like I don't like people encroaching on my personal space.
Okay, encapsulating.
No, that's not the word. That's not the word at all. Before we move on, podcast problems have been solved. And for real, thank you to everyone who reached out.
I know Martha did.
A ton of people did. And I don't care if 1,000 people reached out and I went through all those messages because as a 2-person show, we can't keep our eyes on everything at all times.
Especially when we're sleeping.
So knowing that, and I know my brother sent me a message, there was a ton.
Well, I told my family you call me immediately.
Did they?
No, because my niece, I guess, missed yesterday's episode and listened to yesterday's show, not knowing that she just didn't even catch that it said Wednesday.
Let's see. Caitlin made me fill out the forms for Kids Week. We were listening to Tuesday's episode, and she wants to do it. That's from Wendy in Brooklyn.
So
we could probably extend it or do like a repeat at some point.
I was wondering what we should do.
We would need 5 pairs of parents and children.
We got Wendy, and then someone else also did, so we would need 3 more pairs.
All right, so if you want to do a Kids Week with your kids.
Martha, play one of the boys.
But make sure, because we're not going to make it easy for your kids. So make sure your kids can handle losing. This ain't no participation trophy game here. You either win or you lose. That's it.
Yeah, we want the youth of America to really understand what it's like to be a loser.
What if we just make it really hard for the kids?
Well,
and then just destroy them when they lose.
Let's go back in time to when Bianca, who we had on Tuesday against her son Julian, they first filled out the form months ago. And we were like, we're not putting kids on. We're not even we're not doing this. We can't. But in the form, she was like, he knows every song, blah, blah, blah. So when I emailed her, I was like, look, maybe we'll do something for back to school, but we need here's the problem. When adults get things wrong, it's fun to make fun of them. There's nothing fun about a kid losing.
Yeah.
We're not going to be mean to him, but we just need to make sure that he's not going to cry if he loses.
And the other thing with kids is you never really know what you're going to get. I'm sure you have a kid at home who doesn't shut up, right? Just yap, 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 yap. And then every now and then, if you put a microphone or a camera in front of them, they just freeze up. So kids sometimes are a crapshoot as well. But we were very fortunate this week.
Yeah.
4 games, 4 amazing kids, 4 amazing parents, and 4 very fun games. So if you've not checked out the Morning Show podcast, 3 of them have been posted already, obviously. 1 is waiting for tomorrow. And tomorrow's I am very excited for because we are using WWE wrestling intros.
Curvy Knockout.
So that was a very, very good time.
Well, Curvy Knockout did say that about Christian, her son, when she's like, he doesn't stop talking at home, and then we started recording with him, and he was so quiet.
Oh no, I don't know what your kid's like at home, obviously. So I wasn't speaking to any of the children that we've had. I just think that's what happens with all kids. Like I know my little cousins do that.
Yeah. Well, my family would always be like, "You should be on TV, like you whatever. You don't shut up." And then I'd like meet a stranger and be like, and that was it. Like that was always me as a kid. But there's something I was going to say about.
No, Ricky, I do not have children, but I've dealt with children. Like you.
Ricky, are you going to the Backstreet Boys concert tonight?
Oh yeah.
Diva Woman said, my grandkids are horrible losers. Well, let's get them on and we'll just make fun of them. Oh, Jilly Bean said, would you do a kids one with all TikTok songs? The problem is that the kids don't know the actual title and artist.
Yeah, that is one of the issues that we ran into because I have played TikTok songs. And oftentimes like, oh, I've heard that song on TikTok. I just don't know who it is. And part of it is that a lot of those songs that go viral on TikTok are actually bad songs. Like when you listen to more than 15
Why You Always in a Mood?
That's actually a decent song. Or a lot of them are mashups and things that aren't real songs. So Ricky will not be at the Backstreet Boys concert.
But you literally go to every other show.
She's probably still healing from the Jack Harlow show. Are you okay?
I think he's in Seattle next weekend. You put him on our calendar.
Yeah. He's here on the 23rd.
Are we going?
I'd like to go, yes. You good, Carla Marie? Yeah. Do you not, when you take a shower in the morning?
I did.
Do you do this thing and like really clear out your nose?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Why do we know? That's a great question, Ricky. So Ricky in the chat said, why do we know that the Backstreet Boys concert is going on? And that's because Britt from Chattanooga is going there for her birthday. So that's how we know.
Going down to Chattanooga.
We know everything. And also we follow a lot of people in the Nashville area. So based on like all the different radio stations they're on and the platforms they're on, I feel like we know what's going on in Nashville for the most part. Plugged in everywhere. Now, moving on. The Am I the A-hole situation today. So I was cruising through Reddit. Let me find this here. And I'm not gonna read this whole thing because people on Reddit decide to write full-on essays.
I think it's just people who need attention 95% of the time.
Essentially, this woman is getting married. Her dad, her mom had passed away years ago. Her dad is in the dating world and showed her a video of someone else's wedding. And right before the bride tossed the bouquet,
she hands it.
She hands it to the girl, and then the girl turns around and her fiance or her boyfriend is proposing. And the father says, I'd like to do this at your wedding with my girlfriend.
That's going to be a no for me, Dad.
And that's what the daughter said no, and now is asking the internet if she is an a-hole.
No.
And
it is literally, you get one day to celebrate your love.
Now, before we jump into it, though, before we really dive into this, you can always call us. The number is 201-305-0894. 201-305-0894. If you want to call in and maybe you had someone propose at your wedding. Did they ask beforehand? Did they not? Did they just do it and steal your thunder?
Remember, I wanted you to ask my sister as like a phone tap. And like I wanted you to call my sister.
Yeah, I don't do like... Here's the one thing I won't do in my life, right? In this relationship, in my next relationship, who knows? I won't do proposal jokes. I don't find them funny.
Well, no, but you wouldn't have been joking to me.
No, I know that. But then it still waters down the experience. Like, I will not fake it. I will not pretend for, I don't know, just... I won't use it to get like traction, like, oh, did he or didn't he on social media.
That's what people think we do every time we're like, we have an announcement.
And that's why I don't like doing those. I'm
sorry. I have things in my life that I would like to celebrate that aren't spending it with somebody else.
Yes. But beyond that, going back to this, am I the a-hole scenario? There are two ways you can go with this. One, leave the couple getting married alone. Don't try to steal their day, right?
Like, they have 5 hours that they spent a butt ton of money for. Back off.
But on
Don't
the
even.
other side of the spectrum, shouldn't love embrace
No.
and celebrate other love?
The next day.
I don't know. I've never been to a wedding where someone's proposed.
Oh my God.
I'm sure someone watching has been.
There are 364 other days of the year. Even if you have 10 weddings to go to, there are
Okay.
354 other days of the year.
Let me ask you this then, Carla Marie. You have a family that is scattered. Like for your family, it's different. Your family is all, for the most part, in a 2-mile radius, right? There are a lot of people whose families are all over the country.
Yeah.
Their family and friends are everywhere. If you want to celebrate that moment with everyone, and maybe that's the only chance you have to do that.
Are they getting married at the wedding?
No, but people today tell me it's not common to
No,
have
no,
a
no, I
party
didn't
or a
understand what you were
gathering
saying.
after you get engaged.
Okay, yeah, but don't be a cheap ass and encroach, there's that word again, on your daughter's wedding.
I think we're saying the word wrong, but whatever.
No, that's ridiculous. Like, you can't ever slightly sway me. Ever.
Okay.
For that.
201-305-0894 if you would like to call us up and jump in on that. Carla Marie is reading the chat.
No. Just from Minnesota. I like where you're going with making it a different day, but she said do it, like, have the decency to propose at the rehearsal dinner. But then the whole next day at the wedding is going to be like, oh, congrats, you're next. What are you going to do? Blah, blah, blah. Wait till the brunch when everyone's hungover.
Maybe the brunch. And here's where my mind goes when you're like, oh, do it at the rehearsal dinner. No. We're here to rehearse.
Yeah.
We're here to make sure this thing goes off properly. Yeah. Don't distract me from my rehearsals.
Yeah, no.
Talk about practice.
And also, your engagement is not a big deal, like, to anyone but you and your parents.
Yeah, but you, like, when your nieces got engaged, both
Yes.
of them, they called you, you celebrated it. It was a big deal for you.
Not a, I don't know, how do I say this? Not a big, like, it will, the way you are understanding it is not the way anyone else is. So, like, people will be like, cool, congrats, great. This is just something else I have to do. Essentially, like, yes, I was excited. I took my nieces to dinner or whatever, but it wasn't like, it's not my whole world. You know what I mean? It's only, like, to the people getting engaged, it is your whole world. And that's, like, everything revolves around you for that period of time. But everyone else around you has lives and other things to do.
I think you could say the same thing about weddings, too.
And birthdays and all of it, yes. But
I think when people are like, oh, my God, all this stuff is going wrong with my wedding, you should go, okay. Oh, let's see. We got a call. Good morning.
Hey, this is Brittany from Chattanooga.
Brittany from Chattanooga. Is that what the 307 area code is?
I'm originally from Wyoming.
Oh.
I moved 10 years ago.
okay.
I got to imagine Wyoming has like one area code.
No, it's big.
It does. The whole state has only one area code.
No
There you
way.
go.
That's how Rhode Island was until recently.
Yeah.
And it's much tinier.
Yeah, but there's probably more people in Rhode Island. Anyway, we
Okay.
are off topic. So, Brittany, where do you stand on proposing at someone else's wedding?
So I was proposed to at my best friend's wedding.
Oh, shit.
But
Okay.
but it was her idea. Like,
Okay.
She came to my husband and had this plan, or my fiance at the time,
Right.
or boyfriend.
Yeah.
She had this plan to have me catch the bouquet. And she told everyone there that this was it and they were not allowed to catch the bouquet. So
Oh.
everyone else was in on it. It was completely her idea. And my boyfriend went with it.
Oh my God. Okay, see, but the thing was that it was her idea, not his. But
Yeah.
also, was he? That's not how you spell her name. Just put Brit. Sorry,
Okay.
you'll see what's happening when you go watch on Twitch later.
Okay. Okay.
But was he actually planning to propose, or was she like? Did she convince him to do it?
No, yes, he was. So he
Okay.
had already bought the ring and everything. And he had been talking to her about ideas to propose to me because she obviously knows me
Right.
really well, I guess. So, and she came up with the idea because I'm from Wyoming. I moved to Chattanooga. Her wedding was in Chattanooga, and my whole family was coming to her wedding also,
Okay.
as well as my grandparents and everything. And so she thought it was the best idea because they would all be there for my engagement
And that's
as well.
That's what
kind of
Anthony-
what I was talking about
Yeah.
before. There was a reason that everyone in your life that you cared about was going to be in one place, or most of the people at least that you cared about were going to be in one place. So why not capitalize on that
Yeah.
moment, especially if it's the bride's idea to begin with? I mean, I think I don't think anyone can argue that. The bride is
No.
allowed to make whatever plans she wants.
All the plans. Now, did your best friend who got married, her husband, did he care?
No, he didn't care at all. He was off getting high somewhere, I think.
Well, every single husband that I've talked to, whether it's the day of their wedding, before their wedding, or after their wedding, they all say the same thing. My job as a husband is to make sure my bride is not angry at me. So whatever my bride wants to do, essentially, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, every single one of my friends that I've talked to has been like, yeah, I asked for like maybe 1 or 2 things for this wedding. Everything else is up to her.
Well,
So
yeah, that was basically the whole case for her too.
Okay, so how did you like being proposed to at a wedding?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it threw me off, and actually, I have it recorded. One of the bridesmaids recorded it, but I literally say, "Did you ask Michelle's permission first?"
I love it.
That's a good friend.
So,
And the other benefit, honestly, now that you mentioned it, even if it's not a friend that's filming it, you've got a camera person, you've got a photographer normally at weddings. So you're going to have that moment captured.
That is kind of a good idea.
You're going to be dressed,
For free.
Hair done, nails did, all that stuff.
Exactly. Well, and she called me at like 1:00 in the morning that night. She was going to the hotel because she was mad that I hadn't posted it anywhere on social media yet. And I said I was waiting because it was her day.
Damn.
And she was like, "I planned it. I need you to post it."
Your friend
so she was like completely all for it.
She is the most selfless person.
I will say you and your friend are very thoughtful towards one another. There's a great friendship. Britt, happy birthday again. I know we said it earlier because you mentioned it in the chat, and enjoy that Backstreet Boys concert tonight.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You look
Bye.
great.
You look great. Oh, God, I blow my nose the whole time.
I hope everyone appreciated the new little graphic on the screen. Spent a lot of time. I really wish you had a mute button. Does everyone hear the boogers?
Yeah, they do.
Or is it just me?
Because I watched back.
Oh, you listen back, and how does it sound?
You hear it.
So how do we remedy this?
You have to hit the mute button.
But I'm not paying attention every time.
Well, it'll be gone soon.
So we're going to move on anyway from that. Let's do today's giveaway, the first giveaway of the day. Let's see where the timer is at. We'll mute Carla Marie. It'll still probably come through. We got 100 people who are entered so far. 90 seconds left to enter the giveaway. And remember, you do have to be here to win. Once we pick your name, you've got a minute and a half to let us know that you're here and what size you want. We still, I believe, have every size available. We might not have any larges left, unfortunately. Oh, you're my
We have the bags.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Explain what we're giving away, I guess, Carla Marie.
Oh, we're giving away You Look Great gear from our 2021 collection. So stuff that was sold last year or stuff that never actually even made it to the website, like designs or styles or whatever. And we also have some of these.
Yeah, one of them has already been claimed. And when you see that clock get to 20 minutes, we will be done.
Okay.
All you have to do to enter is type in ! the word enter, and then hit send in the chat. No spaces, no extra words. ! Enter, and send it off into the chat, and we will get you ready. We'll get you into the contest. Also, if you are a subscriber, you have 3 times the odds of winning.
Cool.
Because we are going to do this again. So if you want to up your odds, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And today is the last day we're going to do You Look Great merch. We're going to take a little break and do something different next week. Not going to say what that is yet, though. Okay. 5 seconds.
Seahawks tickets. Just kidding.
No, not doing that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get people's hopes up.
Oh.
And then
Ow.
Lisi_P, congratulations. You are the first winner of the day. Let us know in the chat if you're here and what size you would like. Or maybe you want to get the backpack. Oh, there she is. Well under the minute threshold. And what are we sending your way, Lisi?
We need the do. We'll probably get banned, actually. But large, please. Well,
all right.
We don't have large.
I will double check once we're off the air. And what you need to do now is send us an email to hello@carlamarieandanthony.com. Let us know your full name, your address, and then I'll communicate with you as to whether or not we have the large.
If we don't have a large, we can.
We'll figure it out.
send you a backpack.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later. So let me close that giveaway or mark it as complete. And
My head feels like it's 8,000 pounds.
I've got the second one ready to roll. So the second giveaway is open. So same thing, exclamation point, enter, hit send, and you're automatically in there. Good?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I now wish that was a lot closer to me than it normally is.
Now, put us back on the full screen. Give me
Yep.
that list. Thank you, producer Anthony.
I can't wait till we have an actual producer.
No,
One
it's
day.
going to be you.
No.
You're going to produce the Carla Marie show, just like you've always wanted to.
Yep. It's like my regular life every day. Can you film this for me for TikTok? Can you film this for me? I've got to post it for Little Robot.
Oh, I do.
Do we have more Little Robot stuff I've got to record?
No, I'm going to do today's stuff solo. I'm going to answer all,
Oh.
all the questions on Instagram story.
Damn, we got 65 people who just entered this giveaway in 50 seconds. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And we will do that giveaway right around 8:55. You do have to be here to win, so if you got to leave, make sure you come back right around 8:50. That way you don't miss it. Carla Marie, next thing on the list is your allergy update.
Okay, do you have the photo?
I do have the photo.
So clearly, I have something going on with my allergies. Even when I take medicine, granted, it shouldn't be this bad. My medicine normally kicks in. I just took it late. Even when I take medicine, I'll still sneeze throughout the day. Not as bad as it's been. So I decided to go do this allergy test. And I had to detox my body of all antihistamines for a week. And this is what happens when you're at the doctor's office. So you lay down, and I know Tacoma Swifty was saying she wanted to do it, but she's scared of the pokes. You know those like back things that you can like lay on to help like relieve your nerves? It's like these little pricks.
Like a little acupuncture mat?
It's kind of like essentially that's what it feels like. It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
So they dip these little like, I don't even know what it looks like, but I imagine like little pokey plastic things. They dip it into 40 different things that you could be allergic to.
So there's 40 marks on your back there.
Environmentally, yes.
Okay.
Environmental things. None of this was food.
Okay.
They dip it, and then she pricks it all around your back. And then you wait.
How long?
15 minutes or so. And then you see which ones raise the most. And that's how you know like what your body's reacting to. Now, right before we started, she was going over all the vitamins and supplements I was taking, and we realized that one of my supplements has a hint of antihistamine in it, which means
It's a weird thing to have a hint of.
which means that it helps with inflammation. It was for COVID brain fog.
Oh, okay.
So I was taking it. It could have caused some of the stuff not to raise as much. However, I was clearly still sneezing. I was clearly still having reactions. So we were still able to see what I react to, just maybe not on the like extreme scale.
Mhm.
But either way, we were still able to judge it. So I got my results.
So you're saying if you didn't take that supplement, this would actually be worse?
Way worse.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to read, just go through, and then we can say what the things are actually.
Do you know which markings they are on there?
No, I
Okay.
I could have found that out, but I don't. So this is the list. Are you ready?
Yes.
Mugwort, firebush, cocklebur, timothy grass, Bermuda grass, black willow, Oregon ash, oak, juniper, cottonwood, rhizopus, alternaria, and Latosporium herb.
Cottonwood I've heard of, and Bermuda grass.
And you've heard of oak.
An oak, yeah. So an oak tree.
I am allergic.
Now you're allergic to the pollen of that tree, or like if you touch it.
Well, I can touch it and not. It's
Okay.
internally. More.
So it's the pollen.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a bear. I don't scrub up against oak trees. I don't know. I am alert. Like 90% of this is trees. I live in the evergreen state.
Yeah.
That is why I have been dying.
So if you moved to Arizona,
I'd be fine.
what do they have in Arizona? What are the
Dust.
popular allergens there?
Just dust.
Because there's a
Cactus.
lot of trees out here.
So, and that explains why it all started early 2020. Because when we lived in our apartment complex,
Mhm.
I lived in the courtyard, and there weren't many trees. There were like bushes in there. Remember? There weren't really trees, and I was fine.
Yeah, the intersection that we lived at, even though it's in Seattle, and Seattle's a very green city, that intersection specifically was basically bulldozed. I mean, there's like fast food chains, Target. It's pretty treeless for the most part.
So
Oh, and you just went on a hike too. Thank you,
I
Martha.
took my allergy medicine that day, but So almost all trees. And then there's also mold. Some molds that, but it's like the physical white mold that you see. Like we don't have that. The home is new. But Dr. A explained that during the winter months, my allergies could flare up because just things around are wet and moldy.
It's a wet city.
And one of these things also is essentially the dead of certain plants. So when a plant starts to die, the bacteria, whatever that forms on it. So now I need to go outside and be like, well, are all my dying plants making me sick?
This is a great question. It came from, damn it. Where was it?
Oh,
Gin is made from juniper.
it's a great question.
Can you still drink gin?
I've never
Thank you,
had
Wendy in Virginia.
I've never had a really bad reaction to gin. I bet you there's part of the processing. So here's the thing. So 2 things. 1, dog and cat did not show up at all. 0, which was exciting. However, Dr. A gave me, which I haven't started taking yet because I still have some Zyrtec to finish, but I have supplements that have antihistamines, like not just the one I was taking, like that's what they're actually for. It's called like Allergy and stuff, and then like a powder to help. But you're apparently taking an antihistamine every day has side effects later in life that you're not.
Yeah,
you shouldn't do
I'd
it.
assume so.
So this winter, I am starting slit therapy.
Slit therapy is what?
Sublingual immunotherapy.
Sublingual. So like under your tongue?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
won't be getting any shots.
So what do you do?
Basically, Dr. A takes all the things I'm allergic to
Mhm.
and makes a concoction, a potion, if you will. And I have
Like at home she does it?
No, she was at the doctor office.
Like she has a little lab? That's pretty cool.
And sends it home with me, and then each day I have to drop it under my tongue, but the dosage will eventually change.
Mhm.
I don't know if you get less or more or whatever. And you essentially poison your body with what you're allergic to. So maybe I should start drinking some gin more often.
So this is this in an attempt to get you off of
yes.
antihistamine forever? Like
Yes.
it basically is meant to build your body's immune system up to fight this thing. That way you don't sound like you do and snot all over the place
Correct.
like you do.
And you do it in the winter because I have like a 3-month period of
I'm going to take your gross back off. Not your back is normal, but that picture is
Thank you.
gross.
The stuff that I'm allergic to. Really, there's like a 3-month period where it shouldn't be around
Okay.
because the trees are dead, whatever. So during that period, that's when we'll do it.
What if you just go to like Arizona for a detox or live in like Death Valley for a little bit? Then you could start it tomorrow. And you just fly up here for Seahawks games. Something like that. Mikey0875 in the chat said, when I was 9, I had this test done. It was 50, though. 50 different pricks. Mikey was allergic to 47 of the 50. That is rough.
Yeah.
And Mikey, you are in New England, correct? I feel like there's a whole lot of trees in New England.
So I go back in 4 weeks for like my regular checkup. We do blood work, all that stuff. And I think I might have Dr. A do my food stuff again and see where I'm at.
Just to have a whole list of everything, all the trees, all the edibles, everything that you are allergic to. Martha also invited you to Kansas. She says it's pretty flat there. I've driven through Kansas. I don't think you have,
flat.
right?
You could have trees where it's flat.
Yeah, but there's like not a lot going on in terms of anything other than grass and some bushes and some farms.
So the allergy shots are obviously something that you could do, but the idea of slit therapy is that it's less invasive, so I'm not getting pricked, and I don't have to go into the doctor's office and sit there for a few hours to see how you react. That whole thing, you just do it all at home.
Let's see. Vicky Vitz says, I actually recommended Dr. A to a friend of mine that lives near Seattle. She hasn't seen her yet, but plans on looking into her.
Okay, tell her to let Dr. A know you found her from me. I don't get anything.
I was going to say, do you get like
I get a free slit.
a headhunter bonus? So now this slit therapy thing, the sublingual intestinal test, what is it called? Immunotherapy. She creates this potion.
Yeah.
Right, that has all the things that you're allergic to. You drop it under your tongue, and you just get like a little bottle
I don't know.
of it.
Yeah, I'd assume so. I don't know yet. I don't know if it's like.
Can I try it?
Part of me feels like it's like a box of chocolates, and I have to drop in my little dropper each day into like the spot.
Mm-hmm. You should do a vlog about that.
Okay.
About your allergies, because Jenny KL7 in the chat said, "I've been dying to try immunotherapy. Can't wait to see how this works for you." And we have a friend, Darren. His kids were allergic to like everything,
But
and
they've
they
been
went
flying to California for like some intense
Yeah, they found a doctor, and their allergies are there's a bunch of food allergies. There's a lot that they were dealing with, but they, I believe, at least one of them is now like cleared of their allergies.
And they were like, they couldn't eat anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I mean, apparently it works. I'm sure there's some people it hasn't worked for. Oh, is it a liquid or is it a dissolving tablet? Said Martha.
Liquid, I believe.
Okay, so it's like a dropper.
Yeah.
Okay. What if she just gives you acid by accident, and now you're dropping acid?
It might actually be nice.
Ooh, could this method work for food/intolerances?
I don't know. I'll ask her. We should get Dr. A back on the show once I start.
You could do that.
I think people really appreciated having her on. Yeah, you're supposed to give kids peanuts when they're little to kind of introduce it and help them not be allergic to it. But like, guess what? I ate peanut butter my entire life, every single day. And here I am.
Here's the interesting, though, on the flip side of that. Apparently, I was allergic to olives when I was a baby. I don't know why they were feeding. I mean, we're Middle Eastern, so whatever. But I guess after they found out that I would get rashes after eating olives, my parents were just like, we're still going to feed him olives. And then they just stopped eventually. My parents were like, no, this Arab kid is going to be Arab, and he's going to eat olives. He's going to have olive oil, and he's going to do all of it. And these allergies aren't going to get in the way.
Yeah, but I don't understand how that didn't work for me for peanut butter.
I don't know. Exactly. Zaytun all day, which was my grandmother's maiden name, apparently.
Really? Your grandmother's, what does it mean, olive?
Olive, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, like my friend Jimmy Zaytun, we just call him Jimmy Olive sometimes.
I've never heard of this person.
Yeah, you have. I think you've met him, actually.
Oh, hi, Jimmy.
He's Jimmy Z Jewelry on Instagram that
Oh!
messages us all the time.
He comments on all my posts.
Exactly, so you haven't heard of him. Yeah, my parents did choose to fight fire with fire. Now, are we done with the allergies, Carla Marie?
Well, for now, until I start my slit.
Okay. Again, we do have our You Look Great
I
Vault
guess
giveaway right now. We have some unreleased stuff, some discontinued stuff. You Look Great shirts, Carla and Anthony shirts, backpacks. So if you want to enter that, type in the chat, ! The word enter, and hit send.
Well,
If you are a subscriber, you've got 3 times the odds of winning.
I need to make a correction of something I just realized. I basically said ATM machine because it's not slit therapy. The T in the it is. That would be like saying sublingual immunotherapy.
So it's not slit therapy.
It's slit.
It's slit. The slit process.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Damn, we just got like 20 more people that joined the giveaway in the last 20 seconds. So we will do that giveaway in just under 10 minutes, which gives us enough time to talk about the last thing on the list, Carla Marie, which is spinsters.
Okay.
So why is this on the list, first off?
So, well, should we say what like a spinster essentially was a term used, I'd say, I guess up until the 90s, of like a woman who wasn't married. An unmarried woman, typically an older woman beyond the usual age for marriage.
Okay.
Which,
You.
when you think about now, it's technically, look, it says derogatory and dated.
Okay.
That's funny. When you think about it now, like, there is no usual age for marriage, right? Like, yeah, there are studies of when people most likely get married,
Well,
but
let's see
there
what
is
the-
no, like, no one gives a crap anymore. Like, it is normal to be in your 40s and not married. Like, it's just a thing.
The median age for first time The median age at first marriage for women is 28 years old, and that was
until
updated in 2019, which raised almost 2 years. The median age for men, 29, almost 30 years old,
I'd love
actually,
to see what it is
29.9.
now. So, yesterday, I went to the birthday dinner of Nicole Remy. Nicole is one of my co-hosts for Seahawks. She's a former Seahawks dancer. She was on NBC's show The Courtship.
Mhm.
Amazing human. Literally just met her like last month, and she's so cool. So I went to her birthday dinner for her 27th birthday.
Okay.
And she would like thanked everyone for coming, and she was like, I know, I'm glad you're here for my 27th birthday. I know I'm like a spinster, and I'm like, 27, unmarried, single, it's like whatever. And I met this other woman that last night, and we look at each other, and she's the same age as Nicole. She's like, spinster. I'm like, if she is a spinster, I was literally like, girl, wait till you're 34.
So apparently, Jilly Bean, thank you very much for this in the chat. apparently, Carla Marie,
Yes.
in 2017, on a My Day Friday episode, you made a
God.
comment about how there must be something wrong with a 40-year-old single man who goes to so because it's a man, it's different. Who goes to a bar to meet people. Carla Marie said he should have been married by then.
He should have been.
He should have been married by then. Jilly Bean breaking down the fiber of Carla Marie's being.
No, Carla Marie growing up. That was 5 years ago. I literally don't think anyone should get married ever.
Why?
It's stupid. It's a waste of money. And why do you need the government in your personal life?
That's fair.
So there. However, when she said that at 27, I was like, ma'am.
So your friend called herself a spinster at 27 on her 27th birthday.
So
okay.
We're actually going to have her on Morning Show podcast next week. She's going to play a game. But I'm going to have to sit down with her at the game on Monday and be like, ma'am, listen to me. 27 is not a spinster.
Listen, if she wants to call herself a spinster, she's more than welcome. And according to the information that we have compiled thus far on this morning show, she would be, by average, considered a spinster. Oh, no, she wouldn't be, actually. She's got a year left.
If you're looking at this stupid thing.
So the two pieces of information we're going to take to find out the age of a spinster in 2021 is the definition, which says an unmarried woman, typically an older woman beyond the usual age for marriage. That's the key part, right? The usual age for marriage.
Now you looked up the average age in America.
That adjusts because in the 1800s, you were 18 and you were a spinster. So usual age for marriage, according to this study, which was done by PRB.
I'm making a shirt that says spinster. I'm doing it.
Oh, the Knot. The Knot has an article as well. Let's see what the Knot says.
The Knot wants you to feel like you need to get married, so you use their services.
So the Knot says, oh, wow, way higher on the Knot, but this is for 2021. The average age for a married female participant was 33, according to the Knot, and 35 for a man.
Making the average 34 total. It's between men and women.
So which information, I guess that is updated more recently, but like you said, Carla Marie, also by
I would think
big wedding industry.
I would think Big Wedding would have a younger age to make you feel like you need to get married.
Maybe.
Big Wedding.
Apparently, wow, the age jumped up in just 1 year. It went from 32 in 2020, the average age for marriage. But here's the interesting thing to think of. How many marriages were pushed back and would have happened earlier?
Like my sister was going to be married before 30, but then got married. Wait.
No, didn't she turn?
No, she turned 30 a week after her wedding. Yeah. Literally 7 days. That's
but she still would have been 28. No, she would have been 29 no matter what.
Yeah.
But there are people who would have been maybe 29.
Yeah, Sal changed an age. Her husband.
And changed your full age by a year.
That's crazy.
Because of the pandemic, maybe even 2 years. Maybe you chose to not even plan the wedding until the pandemic was over. Or at least
like my nieces are 26 and they're both engaged and I'm like, it gives me anxiety. If I married who I was with at 26, I'd be either living a miserable life or divorced.
Scotty's just said in the chat.
No offense to them. I
may go to a wedding tomorrow just to see what this Pittsburgh wedding cookie table is all about.
What?
Is that a very specific Pittsburgh thing? Because cookie tables sound incredible. Like, I'm not a wedding cake person, but bring out all those other desserts. Bring out the ganoles. Bring out the chocolate fountain.
My sister's wedding? Do you remember we were on the dance floor and like remember Venetian Hour? We had this whole debate as to what it's called. They like surrounded the dance floor with all the dessert carts so you didn't have to leave the dance floor. I was a big fan.
Ganoles, by the way, you have to say it like this. Ganoles is how New Jersey Italians pronounce cannoli.
Which, tomorrow night, I am going to the San Gennaro Festival in Seattle.
Do you think it's going to be good?
No. So the San Gennaro Festival in New York City happens every year. It is just all like in Little Italy, all the Italian restaurants do things and there's all these like pop-ups and it's like the best. Sausage and peppers, so good.
Sausage and pep.
So then Anthony tells me like 2 weeks ago, he's like, Did you know that Seattle has a San Gennaro festival? Apparently, they haven't done it in 2 years. I said, no. So I texted my friend Ellie, who's from New York, moved here right around the time we did. And our plan is to go tomorrow night. I hope Kelly's Cannoli is there.
Kelly's Cannoli is a pretty cool spot here. I think it's in Lake City.
So good.
And it's like a lot of things in Seattle because we do have the pop-up little coffee stands. Sometimes they're bikini baristas. Sometimes they're just regular coffee. But they're like drive-through. They're like little huts that you could buy like a Tough Shed from Home Depot or Lowe's. And they convert that into a little coffee stand.
Why don't we do a You Look Great store like that? We could just literally go buy a shed and put it on the street.
I'm not going to sit there all day for one person to drive by.
Like, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but the cops are never going to come up to us and be like, what are you doing?
They're not. So Kelly's Cannolis has that same model where it's a little shed on the side of the road and people can drive. It's a drive-through cannoli.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And they hold all the canoles on a poster board. You pick which one you want. It's great. Well, you don't eat that one. Hold on. So the San Gennaro Festival is in Georgetown this weekend. A lot of people that live here that moved here from New Jersey are like, wait, what is happening?
Yeah.
When I had first posted about it, there was a guy who also lives here and he's like, I want to go, but I also don't want to go because I don't want it to ruin anything. And I told him about Kelly's Cannoli and he's like, do you like it? And I was like, yeah. He said, I'm used to my grandma. She moved here from Italy or whatever. And I said, well, listen, I am a watered down Italian. So they're good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, Kelly Cannoli is on Lake City Way in Seattle.
The San Gennaro Festival really missed out an opportunity by not having me host.
You know what I used to do? So, and you never did promotion stuff, right, for Z100 or any of the stations in New York? So, when I first started at KTU, which is a radio station in New York City, at the time it was like a dance pop station. Now it's a little more like adult-leaning pop. 103.5 KTU, historic station in New York. I was on the street team there. And for years, every summer, we'd have to go to the San Gennaro feast, the Feast of San Gennaro in Little Italy.
Yep.
We'd have our tent, and we'd be there for like 12 hours a day.
Didn't you used to trade people things?
So we also used to have these Six Flags tickets to give away, or T-shirts, because KTU is a huge, huge brand in New York. Like it is on par with Z100, and which is another station that Carla Marie and I worked at. So people would either really, really want KTU T-shirts or these, because they were Six Flags 4-packs. So one ticket got you 4 people into Six Flags. And there was a woman who had a sausage and pepper stand, like 2 booths down from us. And like clockwork, I think I did 3 years in a row of the Feast of San Gennaro. I would go over to their booth. We would exchange.
This is illegal.
And I would say, here's
illegal.
like, I think she had 8 people that she needed to get to Six Flags.
You could get fired for this.
So I'd give her 2, 4. No, because we never had they just gave us the tickets.
There wasn't like a method to win them. You just gave them out.
We just had to give them out.
You still probably can't trade company prizes for things. That's illegal.
They fired me already. It doesn't matter. So
you're gonna get a lawsuit.
It took them almost 15 years, but they eventually fired me.
That's why.
So I would go to her booth.
Yes.
I'd give her the 4-packs. I think I'd give her 2 so she could take her family twice in the summer. And then the rest of that week, because it's even longer than a week, I believe.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks in a year.
And I would be able to go there whenever I wanted and get a sausage and pepper. And I'd eat like 3 of them a day because, like I said, these are 12-hour shifts. We're there all day. We can only expense like $25 worth of food.
Also, I believe there's an Italian festival in Hoboken this weekend in New Jersey. But as my mom
St.
said,
Elizabeth?
where do you park? You can't park there anymore.
Is it the St. Elizabeth, I believe?
I don't know if that's true.
I'm looking it up.
And the parking's going to suck. You're right, Mandarin Rose in Georgetown.
Well, yeah, it does suck there.
But like I told my mom, drive to Jersey City and then Uber to Hoboken.
The Hoboken Italian Festival.
It's right there. It's just the Hoboken Italian Festival. Oh, the Feast of Madonna del Martiri. Martiri. What? Martiri?
Martiri.
Martiri. One of the largest Italian festivals in the tri-state. Our celebratory feast includes a parade, rides, entertainment, food that made Hoboken famous, and a spectacular fireworks show. And it's going to smell like a sewer.
So we used to also, at KTU and Z100, used to also have a tent at this festival in Hoboken. And it was always right by the baseball field, which was the place where the first baseball game took place in Hoboken, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. It was right there. And that location is actually where some random modeling recruiter came up to me. Did I ever tell you this story? So this guy comes up to me, gives me his card. He's like, "Hey, we represent models, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I'd love for you to work with us." And I said, "Okay." Took his card. I'm like, "This guy's kind of weird," but I looked up all the information. It was a real modeling agency. So I set up an appointment. He's like, "Come to the office, so this date." I said, "Okay." I show up, and I'm still in college at this point. And I get into his office. He asks me a bunch of questions. He goes, "Hey, let me ask you this. How tall are you?" I said, "I'm 5'11". He goes, "Oh, man."
Gotta go.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess you wanted someone over 6 feet." He's like, "Well, you're fine." He's like, "But if you're under 6 feet, you're going to need like an 8 or a 10 pack to really be one of our models." And I was like,
We're gonna need you to tighten.
"Okay, cool, man." And that was basically the end of my meeting. I did have a 6-pack at the time because I was running track, but it wasn't good enough, I guess.
Wow, that's sad. What could have happened if you would have just?
And maybe had I not traded all those Six Flags tickets for sausage and peppers, I would have had that 8-pack. Who knows?
Jen, this is correct. She said there are apparently 2 Italian festivals. Yeah, so one is in July, St. Anne's.
St. Anne's, that's the other one.
Which, fun fact, that's why Ashley Marie's middle name is Anne. If she would have been born on St. Anne's Day, she's July 30th.
Mhm.
If she would have been born on St. Anne's Day, my mom was going to name her Anne Marie.
Huh.
But she wasn't, but because she was born in that month.
Your mom loves those days. She'll message me on St. Anthony's Day.
I know.
Does she have like a tearaway calendar?
She gets the
It's
church
like,
calendar.
today, email everyone who's named Bob.
You know what's so funny? My parents, I don't know how my mom does it. She doesn't forget anything, but she has a paper calendar. And every day checks her calendar and like doesn't put a single thing in her phone. And I envy it. But it's cute because my parents have a cabinet, and on each cabinet door inside they have their own paper calendar. And it's
Oh,
my
that's
mom's
cool.
things and my dad's things.
I need to put this on the screen real quick as we wrap this up. We've got 1 minute left, just under a minute. When this gets to 18, we will draw the last winner for today and the last winner for some You Look Great gear for at least a week. Next week, it's going to be a different giveaway. So if you'd like to enter, remember you've got 3 times the odds of winning if you are a subscriber. Type in the chat, ! The word enter, and hit send. No spaces, no other words. Do that, and you should be entered. 1 entry per person. Subscribers get 3 times the odds.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to pray to St. Anthony when you lose something. You have to be
Yeah,
like,
people tell me that all the time. I'll get random text messages.
but it's ridiculous because you lose things.
What do I lose?
You haven't in a while, but you used to lose all your keys. But that was because you had a dead guy in your apartment that was moving them, apparently, according to the psychic.
Yeah, but the psychic said he was like looking out for me.
But he would like mess around and hide your things. Remember he said
He's
that?
a silly ghost. Something like that. We have 5 seconds left.
So who's going to the San Gennaro Festival this weekend? I'll see you
Close
there.
that
I'm
drawing.
gonna get some sausage and peppers. Maybe I'll do a reel of being an Italian in Seattle.
The Hoboken festivals, and I don't know if they do this at the San Gennaro Feast. Maybe I just wasn't there. Maybe my shift didn't overlap with this. But we used to have to turn off our music because they would actually, at least with the
Carry the
Madonna
saint.
one, and maybe St. Anne's, they carry like a big, because the
Yes.
Madonna is the Virgin Mary, and they would carry a big statue of the Virgin Mary like through the streets. And then for the St. Anne's Feast, I think they do the same thing with St. Anne.
Okay, so
And we'd have to like I remember getting yelled at because I didn't realize they were coming down the street because we have a gigantic speaker in the tent.
yes,
And some woman came down and I thought she was going to murder me.
I think we have to call my mom
Why is that?
because I need to ask her about the saint.
Okay. Let me draw the winner.
Can we hear her? Is that on?
Oh, it's not connected. Why don't you call her through
Hold on. You're gonna be on Twitch. Just un momento.
Kev SU38, congratulations. You are the winner. If you're in the chat, you've got a minute and a half to let us know. If not, we're picking someone else.
Okay, 1 second. Mom?
Yeah.
Oh, do I only hear her in one ear?
Mm-hmm. Why don't you just call her through here?
All right, I want to call you from a different number. Bye.
I need to make sure that.
So,
hold on. I need to make sure that Kev has not. Oh, there he is. Kev, congratulations. Let us know what size you would like, and You Look Great gear, or you can take the neon pink You Look Great hoodie backpack. Hold on. Whoa.
What do I think? going to the Italian fest when we were kids was always a thing because we lived in North Arlington. So we would go pick up my grandma in Secaucus, then go over to Hoboken. It was like a 12-hour thing.
Which one? The St. Anne's?
All of them.
Okay.
And then we'd park so far away, but we would always get like cotton candy and food. And my grandma would always have a wet like rag from her house in a Ziploc bag for my sister and I
Why?
to clean our hands.
Like she just
Look
kept
at her
it?
being so smart back then. Oh, maybe it was paper towel.
Wait, it was just wet?
That's
in
not
her-
how I spell mama and Mama Marie.
Okay, well, you know what,
It's
Carla?
Momma.
The most annoying. Like that?
Yeah.
Good. Well, we're not even talking to her yet. Where is... See, this is why we need a producer. There's just too much crap going on here.
Wait, did we find out the shirt size?
Carla Marie, I can only look at one screen at a time here. Did Kev give us...
Medium.
All right, Kev, email us hello@carlamarieanthony.com. Do that as soon as you can, and we will get you all squared away with your medium You Look Great and or Carla Marie... Well, not and. Or Carla Marie and Anthony shirt. Got to see what sizes we have.
Hello?
Hi, you're on Twitch.
Oh, okay. It came from Union City.
Okay, that's our business number. Anyway, what saint do they rock back and forth when they carry?
Oh, well, in Italian, it's Modavegina, but in English, it's just the Blessed Mother, and it's the Italian feast.
So it's like the Madonna, right? Like
Madonna
Virgin Mary.
Yeah, the Madonna di Matri. That's
That's
what
the
it
one
is,
this
Madonna
weekend.
Di Matri.
That's the one this weekend in Hoboken.
Exactly.
Okay, now I
Right.
didn't tell anyone this. Why do they rock her when they carry her?
Because she was found in the waters of Italy around Molfette, and when they found the saint, she was in the water rocking. She didn't sink. She was just rocking, which she should have sank.
Oh, wait. The actual statue itself was found in Italy, the one
Yes.
they have in Hoboken now.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No,
Oh.
not that. The one that they found in Italy is still in Italy,
Oh,
and
okay.
they come out the same time as Hoboken. Hoboken used to do it Labor Day weekend till about maybe 8 years ago. Now they do it the weekend after Labor Day when Italy does it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so if they found her not, I thought that was so cool as a kid. I was like, oh my God, she didn't sink because she's a saint. So they rock her, you'll notice. But yeah, this is the 96th Italian festival this weekend. It says on their Instagram.
Are you planning on going, Mama Marie?
I love to go. I used to go every year, but last year when we went, we couldn't even find a parking space. I was telling Carla. Carla said I'm better off parking in Jersey City and Ubering.
What'd I
There you go.
say?
Oh, and then
What'd I say?
so Carla Marie also said that, I guess, was it her mom or was it
Nanny, yeah.
So Nanny used to have wet paper towel in her bag.
Or wet rag.
A wet face towel, yes, and a plastic bag with a bar of soap to make sure the kids were clean. They didn't get their dirty hands. She always cleaned them.
Look at her thinking way back then.
And yeah, she did. She did all of that. Me, I don't care if they get dirty or not. Just don't touch me.
Here's what both of you should do, actually, Mama Marie and Carla Marie. So Carla Marie is going to be going to the Feast of San Gennaro here in Seattle.
Yep.
If you go to the Italian festival in Hoboken, you guys can like FaceTime each other and have like sausage and peppers together while you're across the country.
That would be cool.
See?
Okay.
Look
When
at
are you
that.
going, Carla Marie?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night. No. Oh, the feast is going on. I didn't even know that. The feast is going on already. I didn't realize what that weekend we were in. Jesus.
Yep. Okay, well, you have fun. Love you. Bye.
I love you too. Bye. Love you both.
Hi.
Say love you to my mom.
What? She wasn't saying I love you to me. She said I love you to you.
She said love you both.
Well, next time. What are you gonna do? How do we feel about the new phone graphics?
I love it.
I wasn't really asking you. I was asking the chat. And someone said today is actually when they celebrate the Virgin Mary. Oh, here we go. Today we celebrate the Nativity of the Virgin Mary.
So is that a thing across all religions today?
You got me.
Well, I know Italian isn't a religion. It feels like it is sometimes. It feels like a cult sometimes.
Becky from Miami said, love the graphics. Thank you very much, Becky from Miami. And with that, we are going to get out of here. Carla Marie's got some more Seahawks stuff. Today is the taste test.
Taste the taste test.
Remember when we went to the Iowa State Fair and I tried to have every single food on a stick?
And you got sick and couldn't come out.
Oh,
with it.
yeah. by the end of the day, it went pretty well most of the day. I think the fried butter, the butter on a stick, I think that's what really did me in.
Oh.
Because that was after like fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, every sort of meat on a stick I could have had. And by the end of it, I was like curled up in a ball in my hotel room in Des Moines.
Yeah, I remember that. You were
was
like,
rough.
I gotta go by.
So don't do that. I also don't think they offer that much food, that many variety, or that
And
much
part of me
variety.
feels like I'm not even gonna get to sample it. I'm just gonna have to show videos of it.
The fried butter was actually okay. Angela in Spokane said fried butter sounds disgusting. It's not like you're eating a stick of butter. It's almost like the fried, not breading, whatever, that crispy part. And then inside it's just like, it's all melted already. It's like a little ball. I thought I was going to be eating like a stick of butter.
Oh.
But
Zapolas. I'm gonna get so many Zapolas this weekend. I'm gonna get some extra sugar.
all right, well, you enjoy yourself. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed or gifted bits or gifted subscriptions. However you supported us today, thank you very much. We will be back on Monday. And Monday's a big day because that's Carla Marie's first game with the Seahawks.
Woo!
First real game. Russell Wilson's back in town. Maybe they'll hang out. And there's going to be a totally different giveaway. We're going to take a break from the You Look Great gear. We don't want to burn that out and get rid of all of it yet.
Mhm.
So we have a different giveaway for Monday, and we will tell you what it is through our newsletter. If you haven't subscribed yet,
Okay. Guess I'm sending a newsletter.
make sure you do that. Carla Marie, any last words?
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Later.